Hey guys, happy Mindset Monday. Okay, I know that this is a lot unorthodox. I'm in my bedroom. And I didn't even bring a chair in with me. So I'm standing in my bedroom because my son and my husband have the flu right now, and so they're curled up on the couch watching TV all day and watching their movies. And so I was like, this is the only place I can go that's got some quiet to it, where I can do my mindset talk. So, it's just life. We're just rolling with life today, okay? So happy Mindset Monday. Today our topic is going to be about changing what success means to you and changing maybe a little bit of the perspective that you have in terms of what success means and the process of being successful or becoming successful. So I want you to ask yourself, if I was to ask you, what does success mean to you? What does being successful mean to you? And if you were to think about that for a minute, what would you come up with? Would you come up with making so much money? Driving a certain car, living in a certain house, having a certain job, having a certain status, looking a certain way, wearing a certain size of pants? What would that mean to you? What does that success mean to you? And if we think about this in the health and fitness kind of realm of things, then it's definitely probably like something to do with fitting in a certain size of pants. Okay, right? Having a certain size of body, having a certain measurement of like a waistline, being able to run a certain distance or lift a certain thing. Like that is what becomes like the epitome of success and like to what like counts as being successful. And a lot of times we see those things on other people and we feel like, okay, they drive this car, they must be so happy. They must have all of their shit figured out and together. Oh, they travel the world all of the time. They must like have a really good life. Like oh, they wear a size 2. I bet they have no problems in their life, right? I bet that they just got it all figured out. I bet they are so happy. I bet their life is so amazing. Okay. And when we think about these things and we think about other people who have these things, I think it is kind of like a shrewd misconception of what people have and what you think that it means for them. Whereas a lot of times, if you were a size 2, you still got problems in your life. Doesn't matter what kind of car you drive, you can still be unhappy and unfulfilled and feel like you don't have purpose and maybe not have like the love and the happiness and the joy and the excitement in your life that a lot of people have that don't have those things. And so what I'm getting at is kind of like success is a very trivial kind of thing, and we tend to put things up on a pedestal of like what is important, and that must be like to be successful you have to hit those things. And we feel like when we get those things, that's when we'll be happy, right? When I get into a size 2 pair of jeans, okay, that's when I'm gonna love myself. When I'm able to deadlift 300 pounds, that's when I'm gonna celebrate. That's when I'm gonna be really proud of myself. And it's crazy because a study was done on people who set goals and people who have reached their goals. And what's crazy is that they found that when these people set these goals, they were actually happier and felt more purpose and more motivation and just more overall contentment with their life while they were moving from point A to reach their goal than they did when they actually felt like they were reaching the success, when they actually hit their goal. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so people feel that sense of purpose and that sense of happiness and excitement when they are on track and when they are doing the things day in and day out in order to hit that success goal. And so I want you to just pause and think about that for a second, is what goals do you have right now? And instead of like hoping yourself to get to that end goal and like wishing away all of the things that are going to happen in order to get to that success goal, it's important to just kind of like find the happiness in the pursuit of it, because when you get there, it's not like it's magically going to have all of the answers for you, and you're not magically going to feel a certain way or feel that success or feel that happiness. And so it's kind of like shifting our perspective from having such like a focus on like the outcome to like the focus on the process and have a focus on what that means to you. And another part of this is I heard this quote, and it was I have it written down here. Do you continue to move the bar before you have a chance to reflect on how far you have come? So, do you feel like you keep moving the needle of success forward without being proud of yourself? Okay. And this is kind of mind blowing for me because I see this all of the time. Okay. People come to me and they're like, hey, well, I want to lose 5 pounds. Great. We lose the 5 pounds. It's like, well, that's not good enough. Now I kind of want to like do 10 because, I'm not there yet and I don't feel happy enough yet. And they move the needle forward and they move the needle forward. And it's like, okay, maybe, and then they start to feel like discouraged and start to feel like the progress is slowing down and start to feel like they're not progressing fast enough and things just aren't happening their way. And this can be things, of course, when it comes to performance too, of like, okay, well, I want to run a 5K. And this is where I'm at right now, okay? Because I signed up for a 10K this year to run a 10K race, at least one. I want to do two, but we'll see what kind of happens this year. But I signed up for one 10K race and I am not a runner. And so I was like, I don't even know if I can run 5K. And then today, that's why I look like a greasy hot mess, is because I was at the gym doing my run for today and I had to run 3 miles, which is just about 5 kilometers. And I told myself, like, I don't even know if I can run 5. Well, today I ran 5 kilometers. And instead of being like, wow, I feel like really proud of myself, I'm like, at first I had to like catch myself and kind of switch that perspective because my first initial thought was that was like really hard and that's not good enough and I need to be doing better. And how am I going to run 10K when I can barely even run 5? Like that was a freaking struggle of a run. Instead of switching that perspective and being like, wow, look at me go. I've already ran 5K. I'm still months out from my race and I'm already training. I got all the things. I'm making the progress. I have the training plan. I got the shoes. I got the motivational and support group for it and the friends that are doing it with me. And I got all of the things. And so why not just enjoy the process of the pursuit for your goals in order to be successful? Because the happiness doesn't lie at the end of the goal. It doesn't lie with the outcome of the goal. Happiness actually lies in the pursuit of it and in the chase of it. So when you can remain positive and when you can shift your perspective from wanting to just already get there and already be done. And it can be broken down from like month or year-long goals into like a day or even like one workout. And sometimes there are workouts where it's just like, I just want to get it done and I just want it to be over with and then I will be happy when it's done. But it's the pursuit of, showing up for yourself and doing the exercises and paying attention to how things are feeling in your body and progressing with those things and being like, wow, this feels way better to this week than it did last week. And showing yourself that kind of compassion and pausing and kind of relishing in that and noticing that there's little things along the way that deserve to be celebrated and deserve to be recognized and that you deserve to be happy along the way, not just when you get to the end goal. And I see this a lot of time, and this is something I feel super passionate about. It drives me kind of up the wall when I see specifically more women, because I think more women struggle with this a lot more just because of how we are, taught in our culture, in our society, in the way that we interact with the world and things. But women especially struggle to celebrate their own victories when they are small wins. Okay. And I see this all of the time. It's like, okay, well, I lost 1 pound this week, or I showed up for myself one time this week. I got one of my workouts done this week. And even though it's a huge improvement for what we've been doing for the past months or weeks or years, it's like, well, I only did one this week. And it's like, that deserves to be celebrated because that's huge. And maybe it's not your goal of doing 3 or 4 per week, but it's huge. It's a huge accomplishment compared to what you did before. You took the first step, you made the actions, you made it happen, you prioritized yourself. Like there's just so many little moments that deserve to be celebrated. And if you don't celebrate those moments, then you're going to find out real quick that the process is going to be grueling and frustrating and you're going to give up. And then you're going to find yourself on that constant, wagon wheel of just like not hitting it, and not understanding where the struggle is coming from. Okay. So instead of focusing solely on just like your fitness goal and the outcome, focus on how you feel mentally and emotionally in the process of it, and celebrate that. And, redefining what success means to you. That's what this is all about, is redefining that the success is not just in the end, but it's in the process along the way as well. And that all of those moments and things deserve to be recognized. You deserve to be happy through all of them. And, progress is not linear either. And success is not linear. There's always going to be, you know, one step forward and two steps back, or two steps forward, one step back. It's not always going to just be linear, straightforward, amazing happiness, blissful success. That's not the way that success works, because if it is, everybody would be successful at everything and we're not, because it's uncomfortable. So yeah, this week your homework, I encourage you, is to stop moving the needle forward on what you define success as for yourself, and it is to celebrate the small stuff and celebrate the wins, and it is to find a little bit of happiness and a little bit of something, a little spark, a little bit of joy, or a little moment of pride along the way in every single little step that you do, and just pause and give yourself that reflection. Okay, so that is our topic this week. That is our main topic. Our quote this week: success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. Goes along with that study, right? People felt more inclined to be proud of themselves along the journey versus when they got to the end. So it's just something to think about. But I hope you guys have a really great week. I'm gonna go shower now and take care of my family. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy Monday, and I'll see you guys next week.